Let's switch our attention now to Israel. Today is the last day of the Israel-Hamas ceasefire, all while support for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is fading. For more on that, we're going to bring in the former mayor of Shiloh, Israel, David Rubin. Welcome back to Wake Up America, sir.
Thank you, Rachel. Good to be with you again.
It's good to see you. Let's start with the ceasefire there. We know that the Egyptian and Israeli foreign ministers did meet over the weekend discussing a permanent solution. What can we expect?
Well, there is a ceasefire. We're kicking the can down the road for another few years. Hamas, with the help of Iran, is already refueling, restocking, and Israel is going to try and stop that to the best of our ability. But that's where it stands at this point.
Okay, and David, as far as support for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, it appears to be fading. It seems the only thing all the opponents have in common, though, is that they want him out. What do you think will happen as far as this coalition forming?
Yes, this is indeed an anti-Netanyahu coalition in formation. And so once this coalition is formed, then it's going to have no reason to exist anymore, because its whole purpose has been to get rid of Netanyahu as prime minister and to get rid of his government. The problem is that what they're talking about is having a prime minister, Naftali Bennett, who is of the right, and they want to form a coalition of mostly of the left. So the coalition will be a majority of the left with a right-wing prime minister. It makes absolutely no sense and has no chance of accomplishing anything. So it's just ridiculous. And actually, a lot of Israelis of the more conservative bent are quite enraged about it, because Naftali Bennett got elected to the Knesset with votes mostly of people on the right, and now he is forming a coalition with people on the left in order to get the prime minister's seat. Quite unethical and quite outrageous, frankly.
And let me ask you, David, if the Liberal Party in Israel can put together this coalition government, how do you think that's going to affect Israel's relationship with Palestinians? Do you think it'll get better or worse?
Oh, the relationship with the Arabs of the land of Israel, who call themselves Palestinians, it's going to get worse no matter what. It doesn't matter whether the prime minister or the government is from the right or the left or the center. The Arabs of the land of Israel have been given promises by this two-state solution that Joe Biden keeps pushing, and that Obama pushed before him, that Trump kind of pushed to the side. Their hopes keep getting raised up every time, and because the hopes get raised up, so they riot and they launch rocket attacks, and this is all with the encouragement of the President of the United States, those 4,000 rockets that landed on Israel and the rioting of Arabs in Israel's cities.
I was going to ask you lastly about the reaction in the United States, David. This, of course, we're seeing a lot of people responding. Just this past weekend, over 1,000 people marched in Washington, D.C., though, for what they call the National March for Palestine, hoping to end U.S. aid to Israel. Real quickly, why would you say it is that U.S. aid for Israel is so important?
Well, first of all, it's mostly Muslims, Muslims who hate Israel and hate America who are demonstrating. So I should point that out and make that very clear. Standing with Israel goes all the way back to the founding fathers. It's a bond of values. It's a bond that goes back to the roots in the Hebrew Bible that all of the founders of the United States knew about. And hopefully America will once again find that bond with Israel, which was so strong during the Trump administration.
All right, David Rubin, all the time we have for this morning. Thank you so much for joining us, as always.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.